My name is Dr. Fationa Aliaj-Parker, and I graduated Clark in 2003. I think a life worth lived is the one where you give more than you receive. And Clark gave so much to me that it's very natural to be grateful and to give it back. When I started Clark College, I graduated high school in 2000, and I had only been in America for about 3 years. I had to take a couple English classes to get to where I needed to be. And the first memory that I have is feeling very nervous for my first day of college, being here, and how supportive the instructor was. Graduating from Clark, transferring to a 4-year university, and when I proceeded with my master's and my graduate studies, and then later on my PhD, Clark always pulled me back because they have so many other projects that I could do being a graduate. So for example, during my postgraduate work at Portland State University, I was invited by the continuing education department, and they had various projects to conduct and to build curriculum for intercultural competence design for, at the time, Southwest Washington Medical Hospitals, now Peace Health, to be able to help their doctors and nurses and all of their healthcare staff to be able to better negotiate, to be able to keep their residents, their clients safe. And I think that's the impact of even everlasting community, where you're just not serving the community here, but you just don't know what kind of marks you leave out there. A lot of times, what I've noticed with students or in life in general, we are hesitant because we're fearful of a new endeavor, a new environment, a new place. I think in my life, in my immigrant story, everything is new to you. And so you always try to not give up and just move on and move beyond fear.
My name's Nick Campos, Clark College graduate, class of 2002. A community to me is defined by its ability to learn together. A community that learns together, grows together. Clark College for 90 years has been that vehicle. So as I've grown and the people I got to meet at Clark of various backgrounds, it leaves you with a sense of humility and gratitude for what you have, but it also leaves you with an understanding, a level of empathy that just couldn't come any other way. The professors are really engaged with you, so you spend a lot of time talking with them about the not just the theory of what they're teaching, but the application of that. So I would leave Clark and go drive a truck and be thinking about how that applies, how those business principles apply to what I was actually doing. When I left Clark, my goal was to enter the field of transportation. We started Market Express in 2016. It was a greenfield trucking company, which is never done, but it was a tremendous opportunity, and really grateful for that experience and the growth that came to the company. It's gotten from a very small company to a very large company. So then when you get the opportunity, which my brother and I have in real estate, to give back in some way, it's natural. It's just a natural fit. So through the Community Roots Collaborative, which is a local charity in Vancouver, we've worked to help bring housing to the community. It's a real opportunity in our community to continue to work together, not by alienating, saying that this person is lesser because of their circumstance, but rather than drawing a line to close them out, instead draw a circle and bring them in.
I'm Hwang, and I graduated from Clark College in 2013. Within Clark as a community, it was a way for me to start entering the business community. You know, you get the foundational education that you need while you're pursuing some of your passions and maybe exploring that entrepreneurial mindset of yours. Clark College really allows the flexibility to pursue both, similar to what I did. So obviously starting a couple of businesses as I entered Clark, a consulting agency called ACH Marketing, and then also a clothing company. Every item sold, planted a tree within the Pacific Northwest. Building a community that helped my business when I was a solopreneur, helped me thrive. And I'm fortunate to work with a lot of those same people today, 10 years later. But the people that helped build me up and gave me the opportunity where a 22, 23-year-old can be taken semi-seriously as an entrepreneur and business owner and get the opportunities that I was able to. That was super impactful in my career. So with my involvement in the community, it really is trying to replicate that and have ripple effects of that. So we're looking at the boards that I sit on, it is all about impact within this area. There's something special going on here within this business community that will allow me to have a much larger impact in the future than I would if I was, one person up in Seattle, for example. The first thing I did was join a board for Evergreen School District Foundation, which is the high school that I went to. One of the organizations that really propped me up and helped me along the way in my entrepreneurial journey into where I am now was the CRDC, the Columbia River Economic Development Council. I stepped onto the board of CRDC a handful of years ago, currently serve as the vice chair, and I step into the chair role at the beginning of 2024. It correlates a lot with the ethos of wanting to make impact with every move that I make or every decision I make. So every action should have some sort of impact at the end of it.